Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is January 17th, 2025. So I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Thank you for joining the live stream. Please, if you guys can just hit the like button and share these videos because I feel like, every video that we make is not reaching the amount of people that it's supposed to reach because these videos are supposed to wake up the masses to what's really going on. And it's unfortunate that there's such a large amount of people in this country and all over the world that don't know what's going on, even though this stuff is being put right in front of their face every single day. I mean, I don't know how many videos I've made since I started doing this work. Speaking about the number 42 and black people, I mean, I think I almost sound like a broken record. And I just want to share with you guys the latest 42 ritual. This time is involving the rapper Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan, who supposedly assaulted his daughter's ex-boyfriend at a gymnasium in Long Island. I think this happened yesterday. I think it was Thursday. So the headline reads that Method Man denies assault allegations and says he was not arrested. Keep in mind that there's all these news outlets that are claiming that the assault was captured on video. So I don't know how you can deny an assault when it's captured on video. But you guys notice the hat that this guy's wearing? He's wearing a Jackie Robinson hat, and not just any Jackie Robinson hat. He's wearing the hat with the number 42 on it, the number that Jackie Robinson wore as a player. Of course, in the language of gematria, Jackie equals 42, like the N word in slavery. Of course, Jackie was supposed to be the first black baseball player to play in professional sports. And that's because a lot of people don't know or remember that there was a guy named Moses Walker who also played in professional baseball. He played professional baseball. I don't think he played in the MLB though. I think he played in the Negro League. But he was the first black baseball player before Jackie Robinson, Moses Walker. And in the language of gematria, Moses Walker equates to 42. And if you look at his career, he supposedly played exactly 42 baseball games. And we've covered a number of 42 rituals involving celebrities, from Whitney Houston to LeBron James, you name it. And yesterday it was a special day for the Wu-Tang Clan because almost every year, we get news of something involving this group on January 16th. Because if you notice up here, in the language of gematria, Wu-Tang Clan, which is the crew that Method Man belonged to, it has a numerical value of 116 in the alphabetical order. And yesterday's date was 1/16, like 116. That's why this happened yesterday, supposedly. And also, yesterday was a day with 42 numerology. And notice in gematria, Method Man, it equals 42 and 39, just like daughter. And he supposedly assaulted his daughter's ex-boyfriend over something that happened over 10 years ago. So let's see what the Billboard reported. So Method Man has denied allegations of assault at a gym in Staten Island. I think I said Long Island. He was actually born in Long Island. That's why I probably confused it. But this supposedly happened at Staten Island, as reported by the New York Post on Thursday. Thursday has that gematria of 35, like Wu-Tang Clan as well. A rep from Meth, born Clifford Smith, tells Billboard Mr. Smith categorically, wow, there's certain words I just can't come out of my mouth for some reason, but denies the allegations as reported and has not been the subject of an arrest by any law enforcement agency. According to the New York Post, the Wu-Tang Clan rapper was recently involved in an assault at a Crunch Fitness gym. The publication's law enforcement sources alleged that Method Man punched another man in the face 7 times with a closed fist. The Post continued to say that the victim is the ex-boyfriend of Meth's 28-year-old daughter, the man who allegedly dated Meth's daughter more than a decade ago, reportedly refused medical attention at the scene. Now, did this really happen? We won't know. But what we do know is that this was a planned ritual. And what I mean by that is that it was orchestrated. Someone told this guy to go do this, believe it or not. Someone told Method Man, go and punch this guy in the face. If he did, it could all just be fake. They could just be reporting this, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it happened. But there are other news sources that are saying that he was captured on camera. So it's possible that he actually punched him in the face 7 times. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that this is another ritual, and it was planned. It wasn't. It wasn't out of his own will. Okay, absolutely not. What I want to show you guys is the person that they claimed got punched in the face. His name has a clear connection to the Society of Jesus, who are the people who are behind these rituals. Um, I don't know if this outlet. I don't know if this outlet's gonna have the guy. I don't think this outlet reported his name, but it was something Patrick something. I don't know his last name though. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here it is. The guy's name is Patrick Sequoia. Sequoia. Patrick Sequoia. This article has it. This is the USA Today. So here it is. So it says here that the last paragraph says the Post's article claimed the altercation was between Smith and a man named Patrick Sequoia, an alleged ex-boyfriend of Smith's daughter. Now look at this. Clear connection to the Society of Jesus. I mean, these are agents. These are actors, you guys. The people that they are reporting are part of the Society of Jesus. Notice his name is 56, 187, and 79. Just like Society of Jesus. The Jesuit order. Keep in mind that Jesuit equals 42 as well. Again, this happened on the day with 42 numerology. Most likely the reason they keep showing, I mean, almost every news outlet is showing Method Man wearing his Jackie Robinson hat. If you do a Google search right now for Method Man, more than one outlet is going to show him with this photograph of him. Look at this one. Here he's a white T-shirt with a Jackie Robinson hat. Again, the word nigger, slavery, nigger, slavery, or 42. Of course, Black History Month, and it's Black History Month is in February. February equals 42 as well. They usually call the number 59 with 42. I don't know. I don't see a lot of 59s in this ritual. But he is about to be 54. That Jesuit order number. The age that they got R. Kelly, the age that they got P. Diddy. Look at this one. Billboard. I think I showed you guys this one. Billboard has him wearing a leather jacket with the 42 hat. So it's all over. They purposely chose this photograph because this is how they put the truth in front of you. Because they know a lot of people don't even understand what's really going on. They believe everything they read, and they don't see what's being shown to them. A lot of people don't have a third eye. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so yesterday I did with 42 numerology. This also happened 45 days before his birthday. Hip hop and ritual are both 45. And oh yeah, let's not forget what they did to ODB. ODB on the day of 35, at the age of 35. I want to go back to the Gematrinator so I can show people at home the Gematria of Wu-Tang Clan again. I mean, it equals 116. This happened yesterday on 116. But look, almost every member of that group has been targeted around these same numbers. Look, Wu-Tang Clan. Again, yesterday was 116. Wu-Tang Clan is 116. Wu-Tang Clan is also 35. And if you guys remember what they did with ODB, he's supposed to be overdosed. He OD'd at the age of 35. Like how Wu-Tang Clan is 35, like OD, like rap. So OD, the guy who raps, named ODB, dies at 35, the member from Wu-Tang Clan. And yeah, he was probably one of the first members of that group to pass away. He died 2 days. It says here that he died 2 days before his 36th birthday. So they didn't get up. He didn't make it. Just they got rid of him just before the 36th birthday because they wanted the ritual to be perfect with the crew. This is what they do to every single member, every rapper in the industry. It's always the same thing. I know a lot of people think that this stuff is just we're making it up or it's not really happening. It's just because you guys are not doing any research. A lot of you, this is what I really think. A lot of you don't understand this. So because you don't understand it, because your brain is not able to grasp it, you automatically dismiss it. I think that's what's going on with a lot of you. Because this stuff it doesn't get simple. I cannot make this more simpler. Every time I go on the Chaotic Truth panel, he says that this is great information, but the way it's being served to people, it's not the right way. We're not presenting it or we're not teaching it the right way. It's not really that. It's just that your brain is not able to understand this. That's all it is. Because there's thousands of people in the world who understand it. So if we was able to teach it to others and they was able to understand it, why can't you? So the problem is not the way we're doing it. The problem is the way that your brain works or the way your brain doesn't work. It doesn't get more obvious than this, The 42'D numerology, the guy whose name equals 42, Method Man, assaults a guy who dated his daughter when daughter and Method Man both equate to 39 and 42. And keep in mind that this happened in New York. New York is 39, like NYC, like NY, like New York, New York. So many 39 rituals with New York, right? Something else I wanted to talk about. This story is still developing, right? So we'll learn more about it because I think if he is charged, he is turning 54. So let's see what happens. This is just an assault, though. I don't know if it'll mean that he'll get any prison time for it. Probably not. But the point is, these is racial shaming rituals. Black people being portrayed as violent, as criminals, time and time again, around the same 42 code. That's basically the bottom line. In other news, this man passed away yesterday. Legendary sportscaster Bob Uecker. And his death reminds me a lot of Vince Scully's death. And we know that Vince Scully's death was synced up with the World Series last year that the Dodgers won exactly 117 days after Shohei Ohtani's birthday, the star player of the team, and 117 weeks after Vince Scully's death, who died in 2022 on August 2nd, 117 days into the season. So when I was reading this man's death, or when I was reading about his death, Vince Scully came to mind because I was reading it today on January 17th on 117. And even though the news of his death broke yesterday, there was a lot of news sources who was reporting his death today on 117. And we know in Gematria, Major League Baseball equals 117. And in the case of the Dodgers has that Gematria 117. That's why when I went down there to Yankee Stadium during Game 5 or before Game 5, I was so certain that the World Series was going to end on that day because of how important the number 117 not only is it to the Dodgers, but also to baseball. So when I was reading this man's death, I said maybe the Milwaukee Brewers, because this man was known as the voice of the Brewers. He spent supposed to be 54 years as a sportscaster. Think about that, big baseball number. But when I was reading his death, I said maybe this is indication that the Brewers are going to be successful in the next few years. Maybe this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after that. But if the Brewers end up winning the World Series in the next 2 or 3 years, I am almost certain it's going to be synced up with this man's demise. Just like how the Dodgers' Rick World Series was synced up with Vin Scully's. And keep in mind that the Dodgers won in the Bronx. Another reason we were so certain it was going to end in Game 5, because that was the last game in the Bronx, right? The Dodgers played 3 games in the Bronx, and the last game that they played in the Bronx was Game 5, and that's why they won it, because that's where Vin Scully is from. He was born and raised in the Bronx, and he grew up a Yankees fan. So how appropriate for the Dodgers, the team who he used to sportscast for, to win the World Series in his hometown against his favorite baseball team. So perfect ritual. Also synced up with Jackie Robinson and other things as well. But the main ritual with the World Series last year was Mr. Vin Scully. So Mr. Bob Uecker passes away at the age of 90. And, of course, that's a big number with the Brewers, right? Brewers equals 90, just like voice of the Brewers. And that's what he was known as. He was the voice of the Brewers, just like how Vin Scully was known as the voice of the Dodgers. And he died yesterday on 16/1. The name Bob Uecker equals 161. Just like how the Yankees play on 161st Street. And I remember there was a video that the MLB put out. Actually, I'm going to play that video. I think I could play that video because I posted it on my YouTube channel. And it was showing how the Yankees, remember when Aaron Judge hit 61 home runs? And it was just showing all the 60. This is what I'm saying. These people, they are blatant. And they're putting this stuff right in front of you. They're also decoding now. They are decoding, and people are not catching on how rigged it is. People are just overlooking how scripted all this stuff is, even though when they basically are telling you directly. I want to play that video so you guys can see the mockery. But so this guy died yesterday on 16/1, and notice he was Mr. Brewers, right? The voice of the Brewers. His name is 37 and 53, just like Milwaukee. And of course, 37 plus 53 is 90, like his age of death. And again, he had a 54-year career. Big baseball MLB number. Let me see if I can find that video so you guys can hear it. It's crazy how when I first saw this video, I was just like, man, these people are better decoders than us, man. We need more decoders like that. Here it is. Let me see if I can hear it.
Aaron Judge, he's done it! 62!
To get to 62, you got to go back to 61. 1961, 161st Street, game 161. 61 degrees, number 9 hits 61. 61 years later, in game 161, number 99 hits 62. The night the Yankees go 99, and 62.
You know what's funny? Before that video came out, I made a video showing why the Yankees was going to become 99 and 62 the day that number 99 hits his 62nd home run. And then they put out that video. So I'm not saying that they did it because of me, but when I saw that, I was like, damn, these people are blatant. Because here I am thinking that I'm sharing something exclusive. And then they put in out almost the same. He actually did a better job than me. There was other things in there that he put out. Whoever did that video, that's actually by the MLB. That's an official MLB video. So that wasn't a decoder. That was from the MLB website or their Instagram page. They put that out there. But whoever did that video, they mentioned a lot of things that I missed in my video. But let me see if I can go back. Yeah, but I remember the Yankees were playing the Texas Rangers in a 4-game series. And in the video, I said the Yankees are going to win. No, they're going to lose the first 2 games of that series. And then they're going to win the last 2 to get to 99 and 62. The day that number 99 hits a 60-second home run and breaks Rogers' record. So let me see if I can find this video. I'm trying to think, was it before the Dodgers? No, was it before the Rangers World Series? But the guy goes, it was even he even did it in the 161st game of the season. I remember that because they set him out for the last game of the year. There's 162 games in the regular season. He didn't play the last one. So 161, he breaks the 61. Oh yeah, here it is. I wrote New York Yankees are 99 and 61 for actually it was this video right here. Aaron Judge scripted season. How will it end? So yeah, I put the video out 2 years ago. And I was telling you guys how it was all going to be synced up with his record, his jersey number, and the amount of home runs he had, how the Yankees was going to become 99 and 61. And that's exactly what happened. They ended up becoming 99 and 61 because he wears the number 99 and he hit 61 home runs. Amazing how people say, oh, you guys don't make no predictions. I'm like, how many more predictions do we need to make? People claim that our only predictions are sports related. I mean, even if we are able to predict a tragedy happening, like let's say, for example, somebody in the community is able to put together a successful decode forecasting the fires in LA. What do you expect us to do about that? Like what can we possibly do to stop that? Even if you go to LA with a bunch of picket signs and make a bunch of videos, there's nothing you can do about that. That is still going to happen. That is still going to happen. And actually, actually doing that is actually more dangerous because let's say we are ahead of the game, and let's say we are able to predict something before it happens, and we are at the location where it's about to happen. After it happens, we automatically become suspects because people are gonna be asking like, "How did you guys know that was gonna happen?" You think people are gonna believe that we decoded it and we saw it through numbers? No, we are gonna probably become suspects, and people are gonna be thinking that we had something to do with that, whatever it is. Whether it's like a car bombing or whatever, people are going to be questioning, how did we know? And did we? And that's how, it could really backfire. So predicting something, is not going to help. If you guys can't see this, after we show it after the fact, how it's all scripted, then there's something wrong with you. But expecting us to predict something, and why the Gematrians don't stop? Why they don't predict it and stop it? That is never going to work, first of all. Second of all, even if we predicted it, we're not going to be able to stop it. So what's the point? What's the point? And how many times have we said that every year people talk about making predictions? I mean, how many more predictions should we make? I say this in almost after every championship. After every sports championship, or actually sometimes it's before, but almost after every single sports championship, the city that either lost or won gets some type of ritual, some type of terrorism happens in that city. We saw with the Chiefs at the parade. I remember the woman got shot. I think it was 172 days after her birthday or something like that. I think her name equals 172. Now with the LA Fires, right after the Dodgers win the World Series, LA gets burned. I mean, is that not a prediction? But how can we stop any of that from happening? Are we going to tell people don't go to the parade? People are still going to go to the parade. Even if we go out there and say, listen, there's going to be a mass shooting today. Go home. People are not going to listen. People are not going to pay us any mind. In fact, like I said before, it actually backfire. If it does happen and we predicted it, people gonna be thinking that we had something to do with that, and probably get charged for something that we had nothing to do with. Because that's how evil and corrupt these people are. Oh, you guys think you're gonna expose us? Okay, here you go. Here's a nice little federal charge for planning a mass shooting. We got a suspect. He goes by Simple Truth TV online. He's supposed to be knew that this was gonna happen. No. So yeah. So a lot of you weirdos out there who just can't realize, like, the guy, he is the voice. How simple is this? Just take A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and add up the values in Brewers. This guy was known as the voice of the Brewers, and he is reportedly dead at 90. Why is that so hard to understand? And it's not just with Bob Uecker; it's with almost every celebrity in the news. Almost every news story that involves a dead celebrity, they are constantly coding their age of death into their name or their date numerology or their profession somewhere, somehow. Right? This guy was a sportscaster for 54 years. Just take the alphabetical order and add up the words in baseball. Not hard. Not hard. Stuff is undeniable, and yet so few people even want to acknowledge it. And then expect us to stop it. You want us to stop this, and you can't even understand it yourself. So you want a bunch of people who never even heard of it. At least you heard of it, but you want a bunch of people in the street that never even heard of this information to listen to us. Yeah. Good luck with that. So yeah, let's see what happens with the Brewers this year. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention to when they schedule the playoffs, when the World Series. We're going to measure from the death of Bob Uecker to all those games. If the Brewers make it back to the postseason, I remember they got eliminated last year by the Mets on the 57 date numerology. Big number with the Mets. And yeah, one last point. This guy died on a 62 date numerology, the sacrifice number. The voice of the Brewers. So yeah, so ritual sacrifices, shaming by the numbers, same thing, same ongoing patterns, and yet people are like, no, Gematrians. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. If you guys want to join, I'm gonna put the link in the. I'm actually using StreamYard today. You guys don't have to call in. You can actually join the live stream. So I just put the link in the chat if you guys want to join us and have a conversation. So Jay Bud, he says that Uecker was the announcer in the movie Major League too. Indians was the team in that movie. Could be something with that movie in Cleveland too. Okay, that's a great observation. Yep, you're absolutely right. I remember that. I actually remember reading that too. Major League. Oh, it was Major League. What is it about Major League? It was something about that movie's release date that I remember. Let me see. Major League movie. Actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I gotta go back and watch that movie. Because sometimes it's not the team that he used to sportscast for. Sometimes it is about the movie that he was in. That's a great observation. Movie came out on April 7th, 1989. So we are approaching the 6-year anniversary. 36. Brewers equals 36. Um, so how many days did he die from the anniversary of this film? Mm-mm. So he's dead 81 days before the anniversary of the Major League film. 81 days before the 36th anniversary. The Indians. I don't know, man, because I don't remember how good was the Indians last year. The Indians was like I don't even did they. I think they did make the playoffs though. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Indians was top of the league. They won 92 games last season. Yeah, this could definitely be around the Indians. Let's see. It's the 121st World Series this year. They're in the 124th season. Cleveland Guardians. It's their new name. They got the pie encoded in their name. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll look at the MLB postseason bracket. Who eliminated the Indians? Was it the Yankees? Because I know like every almost every year the Yankees are playing the Indians on Christopher Columbus Day. Not every year, but every time it's like a postseason. If you pay attention, the Yankees. Oh look, the Yankees did eliminate them. Yeah, they did. And I'm pretty sure they played a game on Christopher Columbus' birthday or Christopher Columbus Day. Indians, Yankees. It's always like that. Um, yeah, so I had a feeling it was going to be the Yankees that eliminate them. So yeah, the Yankees just lost Soto. So now the Indians might get over that hump because the Yankees are not going to be standing in their way. So that is a great observation, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the Guardians. Absolutely. The Guardians didn't they win 94 games? Not Guardians 94. Oh, they won 92 games. The Yankees actually won 94 games. Yeah, I think Vince Scully or Scully equals 94. They won 94 games. I don't know if I'm spelling Vince Scully's name right. It was something about Vince Scully's name that equaled 54. I don't remember, man. It was something about him winning 94 games. I was like, look at that, 94. It connects with Scully. I don't know, man. I forgot what it was. I know what I was. It was not coming to me, but it was something about the Yankees winning 94 games. I was like, look at that, synced up with Vince Scully. But yeah, they won 92 games. That's not bad. They might finish the season with 90 wins, in tribute to Mr. Bob Uecker, which means they'll finish 90-71. Actually, I'm gonna watch this movie because I think you're onto something. Yeah, I think this is more connected to the Indians than or the Guardians than the Brewers. The Brewers, like I said, I mean the Indians are in their 124th season. I don't think I saw 124 in there. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Okay. Chris says, "Do your Super Bowl prediction." I already did. I like the Buffalo Bills. I had two narratives. It was either the Buffalo Bills to play the Minnesota Vikings or them to play the Detroit Lions. And obviously the Vikings are out, so the Lions is my last narrative. I put a future in for that. Hopefully that comes through for us. And I think the narrative is through O.J. Simpson and also Damar Hamlin and Chuck Hughes. Chuck Hughes was the guy that died on the field on the 105 date numerology. He played for the Lions, so and we know Eminem sacrificed his mom 16. I think it's 69 days before the Super Bowl. The Lions equals 69. I think his father died at the age of 66, and his mother was 69. Like Lions equals 69 and 66. So and Eminem equals 59, and I'm becoming Super Bowl 59. So I think that those sacrifices are going to play a part in the Super Bowl this year, and yeah, let's see what happens because the Ravens. People are talking about the Ravens going to upset the Bills or beat the Bills. I don't know, man. I think Josh Allen, he's on 82 career wins. He picks up one more, it'll be 83. Ravens say 83, but the Ravens have a slight narrative, so we'll see. Yeah, it's always hard in the beginning of the playoffs because there's so many different narratives on the table that it's kind of difficult to say this is the one they're gonna go with because there's so many. Almost every team has a narrative. The closer we get to the championship game, obviously the less narratives on the table, so it'll be easier to pick which one makes the most sense. But Kansas City, they have their 3P narrative. You know, the Lions. The Eagles. So, mm, 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 mm. Do I think they're gonna let a rookie black quarterback win? No. I think I put the link in the chat. You guys want to join us? I don't know why a lot of people will be shy to join the live stream. It's the same thing as calling in. You don't even have to show your face. You can block the camera. Yeah, so Seafood says they didn't let Tom Brady three-peat. And he was Mr. NFL. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Kansas City is safe. It's a safe pick. They're big favorites, but I don't know if I don't like the three-peat narrative over what they did with O.J. Simpson last year when he died 59 days after the Super Bowl, and he died on the 277th day of his age, the 59 prime number, and all these fires and remember Brentwood, California was being evacuated, and that's where he used to live at. OJ, the singer Brentwood, he passed away at the age of I forgot what it was, but he was quoted around the New Orleans Super Bowl. Yeah, Buffalo has had a massive rituals. The top shooting, which happened 117 days before the season. The Damar Hamlin, O.J. Simpson. I mean that city has been they've been put through a lot. So I think it's time to give them what they want. Uh, so the Commanders in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of narrative for the Commanders because of course we just got the new Commander in Chief. Yeah. I know. I'm aware of all these narratives, but at the end of the day, we have to choose one. We can't choose them all. Well, the subject is well, we already covered most of it. We spoke about the death of Bob Uecker, legendary Brewers sportscaster, dead at the age of 90. Also, what they did with Method Man yesterday on the 42'D numerology. And now we just reviewing the NFL narratives. I put a video out probably like a week ago. I think it was over a week ago. And I said in that video I like the Buffalo Bills to play either the Vikings or the Lions. And obviously the Vikings got eliminated. Only reason I picked the Vikings is because the Vikings they have a history of playing Super Bowl in New Orleans, and I said maybe they'll go with that. But the only possible narrative that I see for the Bills is to play the Detroit Lions, and it's through Chuck Hughes and all that Damar Hamlin stuff. Because again, Chuck Hughes died on the field. Damar Hamlin technically he died on the field, but then he came back to life on January 5th on 105. And here we are in the 105th NFL season. Kobe equals 15 as well. Like how they can possibly clinch a Super Bowl appearance on Kobe's death anniversary. Kobe is 15, like ICU, like MNF. And remember Joe Buckus, number 51, standing over Chuck Hughes. And with the one eye symbolism in the background, the CBS sign logo. The Illuminati, man. These people have been. Hughes dies in Lions 28-23 loss to the Bears. What a sick headline. And how many points is that? 28 plus 23. Is that not 51 points? No, it's not 51 points. It is it? And my math is off. It is 51 points. So you guys see that they scored they scored 51 points the day that Chuck Hughes passed away. Man. Oh, you guys remember when I was saying that they changed Damar Hamlin's birthday? They did. They didn't change his birthday. They changed Chuck Hughes' birthday. Chuck Hughes he was born on March 24th. So him and Damar Hamlin, they had the same birthday. And here's the screenshot to what his birthday is now. Now it says that he was born on March 2nd, but that's not what he said. That's not what Wikipedia said before the Damar Hamlin stuff happened. And the way you can verify this, if you go to Sports Reference, look up Chuck Hughes' stats. Look at this. I think it still says he has the same birthday as Damar Hamlin. So see here. So Sports Pro Football Reference.com, they still reporting that Chuck Hughes' birthday is March 24th. But the day that the Damar Hamlin stuff happened, they changed his birthday from March 24th to March 2nd. See, now it's March 2nd. But his birthday was March 24th, just like Damar Hamlin. So that's why I was so confident. I was like, maybe they're going to sacrifice this guy as well because he has the same birthday as the only guy to die on the field. I kept seeing all these 105s, and I was like, maybe they'll sacrifice him on January 5th on 105. But no, I think all those 105s was pointing at the 105th NFL season and how we can possibly have a Bills-Lions Super Bowl. And a nice little tribute to Mr. Damar Hamlin. Maybe this is a narrative that I like. I'm not in love with it, but it is very interesting. Especially, oh yeah, I actually wrote that up here. The amount of points scored in that game, total 51. Yeah, oh yeah, Cardiac is 51 as well. Like Moon, it's happened on a Monday. Yeah, so all those 105s, you remember he collapsed against the Cincinnati Bengals, which equals 105, like Jorge Mario Bergoglio, like Order of Illuminati. And yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, this was a massive ritual. I don't know how. Oh, and then look, you guys notice his birthday is oh my gosh! See, this is why it's good to document stuff. You can always go back. His birthday is 24/3, and the name Kobe Bean Bryant equals 243. And we know that conference championship is on Kobe Bryant's death anniversary. So that's interesting. Yeah, he collapsed 81 days before his birthday. Bills 81. Kobe remembered for scoring 81 points. I don't know, man. I like this Bills Lions narrative. I don't know. We'll see though, because we know how tough it is in the beginning. People come here asking the question I just finished spending 20 minutes answering. Who do you got for the Super Bowl? The Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. I just spent 30 minutes explaining that. If the Lions win, it's definitely an Eminem ritual. Yeah, Yeah, Eminem equals 59. He sacrificed both his parents, so somebody says the Bills are 1 point dogs at home. I don't know when has spread ever mattered in a rigged football game. Wasn't the Chiefs underdogs in their last two Super Bowl wins? They were underdogs against the Eagles. They were underdogs against those 49ers, and they won both games by a lot. Well, by a few. Well, they covered both. They covered whatever the spread was for the other team. They covered their spread. That spread. They beat that team by more than that spread. So, yeah. Bob Euchre's birthday is the day that Kobe Bryant died on his 86th birthday, which is funny because blood sacrifice is 86. So I saw that. Yeah, Bob Euchre he turned 91 on the day that Kobe turns 5 years old. His death on Kobe's 5-year death anniversary. Yeah. Oh, actually, my bad. I didn't even see you in there. So the overseer. What's going on? Thank you for joining us.
What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I saw it because your screen is black. I didn't even know you was there. What's on your mind?
So, I'm seeing a lot of ties here with the Lions. There's a chance they could play the Rams. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm looking at OJ and I'm seeing here basically, OJ had a lot of connections to LA, and you know how he had the whole ordeal with the Ford Bronco. The Detroit Lions, the Ford family owns the Lions, and they also own the company Firestone, which I thought was pretty interesting, with all the fires going on in LA. And Jared Goff played for the LA Rams prior, so I see a lot of connections right there.
Yeah, and Josh Allen was born in Fireball, California.
Yeah. So I just looked it up. I was like, wow, I didn't know the Ford family owned Ford. Actually, this is what it is. They are descendants of the owner right now is a descendant of the Ford family and the Firestone family. That's what it is. They're two different families. They're not.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the whole ordeal. The Bills played the Broncos, and
Yeah, that's what made me like really fall in love with this narrative because I'm like, they got the Bills opening up the playoffs against the Denver Broncos. I'm like, what are the odds of that? And then,
yeah,
did you know that OJ he was also in a movie called Firepower?
I saw that in your last stream, and then now I just looked up the Ford owner, and she's a descendant of Firestone, and like I said, all the ties with OJ in LA. He was an actor. All the murders took place in LA. He died this year,
And
and
he had a real close relationship with Trump, right?
I didn't know that. I know Trump has a lot of ties to the Bills. He almost bought them in 2014. He's very close to Jim Kelly, who had cancer, and then I know Trump was funding his hospital stay during his cancer recovery. So there's a lot of ties between Trump and the Bills, and I just see a lot of things going on. Another thing I saw, which is not with the Bills, but I remember you were saying you like Sam Darnold because of the whole California tie. Well, Jaden Daniels is from California and he played for LSU. So you have that tie right there too with New Orleans. And
Now, yeah, somebody told me that Jared Goff is also from Cali.
yes, Jaden Daniels, the Commanders quarterback.
No, but Goff is from Novato, California. So,
Oh, okay.
so they can still have the two California quarterbacks in there. But they let
Yeah.
Goff in.
Exactly, because I remember your last stream. You only said that I don't know if I'm right, but I thought you said it was only Allen and Darnold, but there ended up being
No, yeah, I thought I don't know because when I looked over, I didn't see that that Jared Goff was also California born. But
yeah.
I think it was only like three of them. C.J. Stroud, I think, is from California as well.
Oh wow! So that's not a coincidence right there. All these guys from California, And you got to, another thing I noticed with prior Super Bowls, sometimes they'll have the two teams, not all the time, of course, but the two teams that end up being in the Super Bowl always have like an awesome game during the regular season. Not all the time, but a lot of the times it happens. And this year, the Rams and the Bills had a phenomenal game. I think it was 44-42. The Rams won. So sometimes I look at that too. Sometimes that's a clue to a possible Super Bowl matchup. I'm not saying the Rams are going to make it, but with all these LA fires and the whole thing going on, you got to look at all avenues because.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
And you know what? Also, I like how his initials has that 29-25 gematria, like fire, like Trump, and that's the
Yes.
date of the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
29-25. So
Yeah. There's a lot of things here, man. I think you're on point. I mean, as far as I see, you're really the only one directing people towards the Bills. I mean, everybody's thinking, other teams.
Mahomes and
Yeah, exactly. So you got to know everyone's thinking the Detroit Kansas City Super Bowl, which I just think is too obvious. Like,
it's too obvious, and that's what the mainstream is pushing.
yeah, exactly. And then to me, it's like the reason why I think the Chiefs, they built the Chiefs up this year, even though their team supposedly didn't play as good, they won close games, was because they wanted to keep people honest on the Chiefs, thinking, oh, they only lost one or two games. It's their year again. And, something I don't think it's going to happen, but you know how those parlay busters happen. Like, there's no one picking the Texans tomorrow. Like, I'm not saying the Texans are going to win at all, but man, it's worth like
Yeah,
$1.
no. You're right about that. That's if the Texans upset the Chiefs, Vegas is gonna rob a lot of people.
Yes, yes, and you got to remember, Brady. He didn't win the Super Bowl for like 10 years. Like, there were a lot of years where the Patriots, they basically, I mean, Vegas made a lot of money with the Patriots losing because so many people were betting on them for that 10-year span. They didn't really win anything. So you got to understand, maybe the Chiefs go on a little bit of a dry spell these next couple of years. And then, because people are so high on the Chiefs every year. So I don't know, man. This year is very interesting, but you're dead on with the Bills. Like O.J. Simpson, and I think Jim Kelly's 63 years old. I'm not sure, but that's a big number with the Bills.
Yes, Buffalo Eagles 63.
No,
Did you know
actually, he's
that
64. I'm wrong. I apologize. He's 64.
Henry Ford? I don't know if it's from his death date or his birth date. Actually, let me just measure it. But from his death date or his birthday to the Super Bowl is exactly 59,000 days. Super Bowl 59. Let me just see. I think it's his death date, April 7th, 1947. Or it might be his birthday. I think it's his birthday. That's how old he'll be. Let me see. July 30th.
Where was that movie based out of? That Firepower movie? Wouldn't it be crazy if that movie was like a movie that was based in Detroit? I didn't really look that movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I want to watch it because I did see the trailer. The trailer it spoke about how it's about like they're chasing like this rich guy who's doing a lot of harm behind the scenes and doesn't nobody know who he is. It was something about that, but
Gotcha.
I haven't seen it. I don't know
Yeah,
where
but you wouldn't know where the movie. You know how sometimes they have a movie. It's based in a certain city.
in a certain city. Yeah, I will have to. I gotta watch it for it.
Let me see if I could Google this real quick. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so on February 9th of this year, Henry Ford, he will be, if he was still alive, he'll be 59,000 days old
Oh wow.
for Super Bowl 59.
Yeah.
So that looks really interesting, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And we know that number was all over O.J. Simpson's demise. He died on the 277th day of his age.
Yeah, you're good with the. I'm not really like from. I see the number patterns. I'm not good with detecting them, but I'm more like narrative based. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I see, certain patterns in the news, and like all these fires going on, and like to me, that's a huge sign for Josh Allen right there, man. Like, like a couple of years ago too. Like I don't know if you remember, they used to put out Christmas portraits, the NFL.
Yeah. They stopped doing that for some
Yeah,
reason.
they stopped doing it, but one of the years I really saw this, like, was very intriguing. One of the pictures showed like Josh Allen on top of the tree, putting the star on top of the tree. And I always looked at that as he wasn't going to be the top dude yet, but he was the rising star in the
Mm.
NFL. So that was 2, 3 years ago. So maybe he's finally reached that pinnacle where they're going to give him the.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's been a lot of fire stories too. Remember, there was a story here in New York City that a guy supposedly burned a woman in the train station, a
Yes,
33-year-old man.
so I remember that.
Yeah, Josh Allen equals 33. This happened in New York City, of course. Yeah, I just looked up the Firepower movie. It takes place in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay, okay. So it has nothing to do with Detroit. All right.
It would have
So
been crazy if it would have been Detroit, though.
well, you look deeper into it. Maybe the directors from Detroit, maybe the star actors from Detroit. Sometimes you have to look in depth at these narratives, because sometimes it's not face value or like surface level. You got to really look into it. Then you could see a lot of Detroit ties, a lot of Buffalo ties. But I got to look into it too. I can't just talk. I got to do my homework too.
Yeah, they gave him the blood sacrifice death. He died on January 21st, 121. Um, he was 77 years old. Michael Winner
Yeah.
was the director of that film.
And the way I'm looking at OJ, he's kind of like, you were saying Jackie Robinson all year. He's like the NFL's Jackie Robinson, like as far as
Yeah,
the ritual
yeah,
for the
yep.
NFL is here. So who knows? Maybe there's a tie between OJ and Jackie. I haven't seen one, but who knows?
Yeah, it's funny. Jackie Robinson's his birthday's coming up, and he's turning 106 if he was still alive. And that's a big number. So I think something major might go down in sports or somewhere in America on his 106th birthday. That's always a big number with black rituals.
Yeah, yeah. OJ played for the Niners. I know the Bills played the Niners this year. I don't know if that ties into it anyway, but you're better with the numbers. I'm just throwing ideas at you. Like
Yeah,
the number. I'm not. I'll just admit it to you. I'm not a numbers guy, so that's your field. You're awesome at that, bro.
appreciate that.
Yeah, but that's all I got for you, man. I just wanted to throw that at you, and maybe I'll catch you on the next stream if I see anything, or I'll hit you up on the Patreon or something.
Absolutely, my brother. Thank you so much for the support.
Have a good night. Thank you.
You too. All right, if anybody else wants to join in, the link is in the chat, or we can probably close it out. Um, yeah, man. Let's see what happens on Sunday, man. I think I'll say this though: whoever wins out of that Ravens and Bills are probably most likely going to be the favorite to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it goes down. Well, I'm not gonna say it goes down to that game because the Lions they have a small narrative as well, but I don't know. I don't know if the Lions can. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I will be shocked, man, if the Bills lose, man. That's what I'm gonna say, man. I will be shocked, man. No, no. Yeah, Jackie's 105 right now. Yeah, he's turning 106 on January 31st. So Kobe says the Chiefs are gonna win. Okay. Yeah, the 105th NFL season. Yeah. So Vinny P likes that 666 ritual with the Eagles. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't know if I don't love it, but I do acknowledge it. I do think it has some legs. You know what's funny though? I think is the Commanders. Their next win is 666. But are they gonna beat the Eagles? I don't know about that. No. The Commanders are playing the Lions. Excuse me. I don't know if it's the Commanders or the Texans. I think it's the Commanders, though. The Commanders' next win is their 666 win. Let me see. Commanders record, including postseason. Yeah, they are on 665. So one more win. Are they going to upset the Lions, though? Because I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah. So forget about that. I don't know. I don't see that as a possibility, man. I don't see how they don't do the Eminem tribute. But hey, you know, they've thrown some curveballs at us before, so yeah, I doubt it too, man. I doubt the Commanders are gonna. Yeah, that is scary for the Lions. That is a little scary because then, let's say the Commanders advance and the Eagles advance. The Eagles can keep the Commanders on 666 win, and then go into the Super Bowl on 666 win. It'll be like a massive 666 ritual in that conference championship with the Commanders and the Eagles if that is the matchup. So that is kind of like that has some legs. Yeah, that's a good one, J Bud. The Lions' next one is 666. That's the original Mark of the Beast number. Yep. And then yeah, they'll probably give the Eagles their 666 loss. I like that. Yeah, they got to give us a better conference championship than Commanders and Eagles, though. Come on. I mean, somebody has to get upset. I don't know if because FanDuel, a lot of sports books are offering this parlay. Chiefs, Detroit, and Eagles. That's a plus 100 parlay because all three of those teams are huge favorites, right? So what I'm thinking is like, are they gonna have all three of those big favorites win? That means they have to pay out all that money. Like there's a lot of people placing that bet. Let's see if I can show you guys. Look. All right, we take them at a negative 500, negative 480, and negative 280. This pays a negative 104. I mean, that is pretty low. So I don't know if they're going to be paying out this parlay right here. So my guess is that one or maybe two of these out of the three here are gonna get eliminated. But I don't know which of the two is gonna be because I don't know. But that's the thing, man. Is Vegas gonna pay out this parlay right here? Because there's a lot of people. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. People talking about this parlay right here. Oh, this is easy money. This is free money. And I'm looking at them like, you guys must not know how smart the NFL is. If you think for 1 second the NFL is going to be paying out this parlay, you got another thing coming, my mind. So expect either Commanders, Texans, or Rams to upset. I think the Rams have the better chance to do it. Yeah, the Rams got a better chance to do it. Yeah, exactly, Peter, man. I don't think Vegas is gonna be paying that out. Yeah, exactly. Response curve. They're not paying that for sure. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then, especially with there's so many videos out there of people promoting that parlay that I'm like, there's no way. Vinny, what is that? You said that the Church of Satan, they have a Church of Satan narrative? Really? I gotta look at that because I probably missed that. I have a 2-leg parlay for the weekend, and I'm telling you right now, it's not that. This is not the parlay right here. No way I'm gonna have my people bet on this right here. No way, Jose. The Commanders are gonna upset? Maybe. I hope not, because we got Bills and Lions, man. Oh, okay. So you said you measured. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. So Beanie P. Let me see. Oh, what's going on, Eric Catherine? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Thank you for joining us, man. I'm looking for Vinny P's comment. I'll show you guys on the screen right now. So it says, J Buzz says, yo, simple truth, you were not wrong about OJ. This shit is all about connected to him. OJ 29-25 like the Super Bowl day. Kendrick Lamar, he has a 6/17 birthday. 6/17 is the date of the Bronco chase. Wow. Yo, shout out to J Bud, man. J Bud is doing some good research. So Kendrick Lamar has the same birthday. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, this gate. Yeah, 6/17. The day that the Celtics won the championship. Oh wow. Let's see. OJ Bronco chase. Oh my gosh. So that was 1994. He was 7. So that was on his 7th birthday. Just oh my god, what are the odds of that, man? This is why this stuff is so frustrating, man. Because I'm like, when we see all these connections, right? And then let's say the Bills end up losing. I'm like, damn, how did what is this, a coincidence, man? Like the guy performing at the halftime show has the same birthday as the anniversary of the Bronco chase, and the Broncos just end up losing to the Bills in the first round. It's just like there's so many connections, man. And then when this shit doesn't come out the way we think it will, it's just it blows my fucking mind every year, man. But this is fascinating right here, man. Like the odds of this. His birthday could have been any other day. So the Bronco chase happened on his 7th birthday, on Kendrick Lamar's 7th birthday. The same day that the Celtics won the championship on 6/17, 113th prime number. Crazy, man. Crazy stuff. So shout out to J Buff for that comment, man. I appreciate that. Let's see, 6/17. And Buffalo equals 126 too, right? The conference championship on 126. You imagine a plate is coding the Super Bowl score or something like that? These people are that slick, man. He's so nonchalant. I think we mentioned that Johnny Cochran is from Louisiana. He died in L.A. 3H 3DHY503. Okay, so let's go back to the chat and look up. Yeah, so I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, J Bud. Thank you. Let's go back to Vinny P's comment. He says that the Rams have a Church of Satan tribute, a possible Church of Satan tribute when they play the Eagles. So the Church of Satan was established in the year 66. Oh yeah. I'm aware of this. Yeah, the whole 666. If they go to the Super Bowl and lose, yeah. And it was established in. So that's actually a narrative for the Eagles, not the Rams. Yeah, that's interesting though. I didn't gonna lie. But I don't think they have 666 wins yet. I think they need to win that game to get to 666. Yeah, they need to win 2 more games to get to 666. Their next loss is 666 though, so they're not on 666 yet. So it won't be against the California team. So they need to win 2 and lose the Super Bowl to get to 666. Yeah. So Kobe says, just starting out with gematria. Any advice on how to learn the codes? Well, there's multiple books out there. I put out a book you can find on Etsy.com. Read the books, watch most of the videos that we put out already. Look at the blogs, and it'll come to you naturally. This stuff is not that hard to understand. But let's see, where can you find my book? Okay, it's on Instagram actually. If you go to my Instagram at Simple Truth Television, just one word. It's in the link in the bio, so you can just click it. It's $5, and a lot of people, they told me that they learned a lot from that book. So I recommend it. If you can't afford it, just text me and I'll send it to you. So right here, Simple Truth TV, Simple Truth Television, just one word, and then the link is right here. You can buy my book and read it. 5-star reviews. Awesome service. Love the product. Great read. Right. Shout out to all the people who left nice comments. Great purchase. I like the book. Very informative and intriguing to read. Shout out to everybody who read my book, man. I really appreciate that, man. It took me a long time to write this book. Shout out to everybody who supported it. I'm actually going on 5 years now since I put it out. No, actually, 4 years. Yeah, the 4-year anniversary is coming up since I put this book out. It didn't sell much, but I'm still very proud of it, though. Because I've never wrote a book before, and I actually, challenged myself to finish this book, and I did. So I'm really proud of that. I learned how to write at City College. My teacher always told me I was a good writer, so I said this is the best time for me to actually put my skills to work. So shout out to everybody who supported my book, man. Oh yeah, and shout out to everybody who's following on social media, Instagram. I put up most of my posts on there, really. Like this one, when Jamie Foxx said he doesn't believe in the Illuminati. The guy whose name equals 177, like Jesuit order. Also, RIP to Tony Slattery, very, very funny comedian from the hit show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Died 67 days before his birthday. Like the blood sacrifice number, the human sacrifice number. Of course, the name Tony Slattery is 67 and 1/3, like human sacrifice. Look at this photo, you guys. I think we're going to end it with this. Spencer Pratt says, help Haiti and I make money so we can rebuild. But notice the hat that the firefighter is wearing. Look at the number on the hat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we can end it with that. And shout out to everybody who joined the stream, joined the chat, collaborated. Thank you so much. Everybody who hit the like, I appreciate that. And good luck on Sunday with the Bills. If the Bills get eliminated, we'll come back. We'll look at it again, and we'll get it right before the Super Bowl. I promise you, we always do. It's just a little difficult from the beginning of trying to do it from the beginning of the playoffs, but we will get it right. And not only picking the right winner. That's not what we do here. We try to solve what the ritual is. That's what a lot of you need to understand. This is not about picking the winner. It's about picking it's about exposing and picking the winner, but exposing the ritual and show how it's all, what is it all connected to. And like I said in the beginning of the playoffs, I think this is all synced up with OJ. Shout out to J Bud for showing us that Kendrick Lamar's birthday is the same day that the Bronco chase happened in LA. Thanks a lot, Texas Jules, for reading my book. I appreciate you so much. All right, you guys. Thank you. Shout out to Joey, man. Always with the support, man. Thank you so much, man. Texas Jules, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Kobe. Thank you for joining us today. All right, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Buffalo is the 716 area code. Man, J Bud is doing some great research. Really? Really? It is. Man. 716, a reflection of 617. You know, I live in New York, and I never knew that. I've never called anybody off that area code. 716 in New York. Yeah, that's definitely an upstate area code. The 716. Mm-mm. We will see. We'll see. 716 in the house. Ravens is winning. Yeah. They're winning a trip to go fishing. A trip to Disneyland. All right, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you again. Peace.